Jess's inspiration for apple pie. Days like these make you wonder what on earth you are doing here. What's it all about? Jess found herself thinking to herself as she tried to unblock the windscreen wiper's squirty thingy unsuccessfully. Ah well, I just won't be able to wash my windows if a bird splots on it, she mumbled to herself unhappily. She hated giving up, but had no idea of how to fix it. She'd taken a pin and tried to unblock the tiny holes, but nothing worked. The water canister was full and the pipes had water in them. She resigned herself to buying a new pipe and asking a mechanic to attach it for her sometime. No sense in worrying over something out of her control. She decided to take a trip to the mall to have a look at the bookstore on the second floor to ease her annoyance. On her way up the escalator, she was shoved out of the way by a woman carrying so many parcels she wondered how she did it. She smiled at the woman, who had turned to see what she'd bumped, and the woman scowled at her annoyingly and said, "If you just get out the way, it wouldn't have happened." Jess couldn't believe her ears. She could feel the anger rising in her face, but had read somewhere that most annoying things were just triggers, and if you imagined something happy, it would not be an issue and would disappear magically. So Jess imagined the rude woman turned to a slinky. A bright, colourful, neon slinky. Why would I imagine a slinky? Jess mused to herself. Because it always puts a smile on my face to watch a slinky push down the stairs. She couldn't help but chuckle to herself. Well, fancy that, she thought to herself. It actually works. From now on, I'm going to imagine all the annoying people as a slinky. With a huge smile on her face, she proceeded to the bookstore, to the positivity section. Heck knows she needed a ton of it to face each day. She picked up a book and paged through it, absent-mindedly. Say yes to something new, she read. Maybe I should say yes to something I wouldn't normally. She picked up the book, paid for it, and wandered slowly back to her car. It was a Saturday afternoon and she had nothing planned. She spotted an advert for a 2-hour train trip in the countryside. The station was 20 minutes away, so she decided to say yes to this. She drove to the station, paid for the ticket with her credit card, and boarded the train anxiously. She had no idea what had just come over her today, but she felt like she had needed a change and had to go with the flow, so she did. It was a quaint old train, very cozy and beautiful, with a dining car. She decided to sit near the window and ordered a coffee. Sat back and watched the countryside click-clack by. With a rhythmical toot, the train pulled into the countryside station. The conductor announced that they were having a half-an-hour stop so that everyone could explore the farmers' market being held at the station. Jess was suddenly inspired to hunt down the best apples so that she could bake her mom's yummy apple pie when she got home. She wandered through the market, sampling a few mini pies and delicacies, and eventually found the largest apples she had seen in a while. The old lady smiled at her and said, "These will make the finest apple pie money can buy," as if she had read Jess's mind. Jess smiled at her, said thank you, and boarded the train home. Saying yes today had certainly inspired her and brought a little creativity into her life that she had missed for such a long time. Here is the recipe for Jess's easy apple pie. Easy apple pie. Ingredients: 3/4 cup of milk, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 cup of flour, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of oil, 5 large apples sliced and peeled, or 1 tin of apples. You can even use a tin of peaches or mango. Directions: mix all the ingredients together, add the apples, pour into a greased pie dish, bake for 170 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Cool and eat.